Hey, it is Monday, November the 19th, 2018. It's been a, well, it started out a good day. I did a lot of good writing early in the day, because I knew I was going to be, doing other things in the afternoon, so I wouldn't have time to do any writing. So I did get, a decent amount of words written, before about 10 o'clock this morning, really. So that was cool. I got a little bit more words done late in the afternoon, and that's where I am right now. My current total stands at 30,423 words, which is still a little bit behind schedule. But I think I'm assuming I finish another 300 words tonight. I will be probably less than 1,000 words behind, so I feel pretty good about that. So I had another one of those Eureka sort of revelations last night, or this morning maybe. I think it was last night. I've had these two storylines, right? I started out talking about Murad and Selenius with their story, and then I went on a tangent with this story of a refugee. And then I realized that I was actually telling Murad's backstory for all intents and purposes. Hold on a second. All right, I'm back. So it dawned on me that the story of Murad's backstory could actually be like a flashback. What if my original characters, Murad, Selenius, and Siedra, what if they were sitting around a campfire telling stories about how they arrived in the city? And that just kind of came to me in a flash. It came to me in a dream. No, it was actually just sitting around looking at the... my dog just bumped the stand that the camera is sitting on. So, yeah, I was just sitting writing words, and it came to me. So I in Murad's backstory that I was telling, I came to an ending to that. And I was worried where I was going to go from there, because I didn't know where the story might go from there. So it just occurred to me, well, what if that is the end of the story? It's the end of Murad telling the other two his backstory while they're sitting around a campfire. And that was sort of a way to sort of get these two storylines connected together somehow in a way that I had not thought of before. So I was really happy to have that thought, and it seems I mean, I feel like I'm okay with it. I might end up not liking it, a week from now, but for right now, I think I'm okay with it. So I went back and did a little bit of back and forth between Murad and Selenius and Siedra, which you can see here on the screen. Sort of went back to their sort of bickering comedic dialogue between each other, now that I finished sort of the heavy story of Murad's backstory. it was actually kind of a heavy story fraught with danger and conflict and bad things. So it was kind of nice to get back to a little bit of comedy here, although it doesn't really fit together. So, I mean, it's going to need revisions, obviously. So I guess what I'm thinking now is that I will now go on to tell Silenius's backstory, and then Siedra's backstory, and then at the end of all that, Silenius, Marad, and Siedra will then continue their own adventure in the present day, and it will bring back in elements from all of their backstories and sort of tie back to them and resolve old issues and things like that. That is the current plan. I don't know what Silenius's backstory or Siedra's backstory is at this point. I don't know how they will all tie together. I don't know what their current present day story is. They were looking for a missing book, but that at the moment feels very lame and pointless. Not very interesting. But maybe we'll get back to it. I guess when I get to Silenius's backstory, I'm going to have to figure out how much magic is actually in this world. Because when I was going through Murad's backstory, there was no magic at all. It was just, there wasn't even a hint of magic. There wasn't even stories about magic. It was all pretty straight, historical fiction kind of stuff. So, it'll be interesting to see how it goes from here. A little scary because I don't know where to go from here. I don't know what Silenius's backstory is. I can't, off the top of my head, I can't think of anything that might be even remotely as interesting as what Murad's story was. Maybe I'll just, not even go there. Fumbling for the mute button again. Maybe I won't even try to tell Silenius's and Siedra's story. Maybe I'll just go on from here to continue the present day story. How many words did I say I have? 30,000? Yeah, 30,000. Well, I got 20 more thousand words to go. I probably am gonna, I can already tell I'm probably gonna throw out a lot of the first 10 or 15,000 of them. Because they just don't, I don't think they're really relevant. So that's pretty much the story so far. I think I'm gonna wrap this up pretty quick because my back is kind of bothering me this evening, and I don't really want to sit here that long. I did go to the doctor today, and nothing really new to report. The physical therapy appointment on Wednesday is when I will probably know something more. But it was kind of a strain on my back to drive to the doctor and back today. That's why I'm kind of beat down right now. So I'm gonna wrap this up and go back and lie down and watch TV or something. I have a few more 100 words to write tonight, which I'll try to fit in here somehow. I don't know what I'm gonna write, but I'll think of something. So that's the report for day 19 of NaNoWriMo. Still slogging through the dog days of NaNoWriMo. But I'm glad that I had some ideas to maybe bring some things together. I'm very pleased that I had those ideas. Maybe there's something salvageable here after all. All right. See you next time.